listen to that ASMR.
Oh, sorry, yokai. I didn't realize she was under my feet. I went to move my feet. Okay.
Heavy breathing. I don't know why you're coming to me.
She's gonna bite you.
Okay.
Knee down, JoJo. Hold on. We'll be right back.
I'm gonna have to cut that as a clip, and that'll just be forever. Anytime we have to take a break, we'll be right back. It's Brad's putting down JoJo.
Okay, so here we are with a new episode of Pints and Pages. I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And today we're going to focus on, I know, two things that we definitely need to talk about. One is the two newest episodes of Agatha All Along. The last one, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Wait, 2 or 1?
Two, right? Yeah.
Kind of blurring them together, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we kind of touched on. Well, we talked briefly, I think, about the last episode.
We'll go into depth about probably a lot of the episodes.
The newest one had a lot in it. I thought, but and then of course there's a bunch of stuff that's come out with Magic because Magic Con is in Las Vegas.
I watched all the panels.
So, every
panel that's been recorded, I've watched.
So, I'm salty that they said Miracles was a bad fucking thing. Bad mechanic.
Really?
Yeah. Mark Rosewater did a whole panel over the 20 worst mechanics in Magic the Gathering, and that is considered one of them. And I'm like, I love Miracles, man.
You know, and they made a deck for it. And that's what's crazy that he's going to say that. But I've noticed that they'll do commander decks. Each run is like, there's one that is a normal, everybody's played it, fucking, this, we know what the fuck this does. Like, for example, with Duskmourn, there is the graveyard one, Death Toll. And it's like, it's just fucking black, green, you know, Delirium's an old mechanic, it's just an old black, green graveyard deck. And then you had the one that gets strengthened, which is face down manifest. Like, they tried to do that in Murders, it didn't work out. It was shit. And then they do it in this one, so they buffed that one again. And then they also buffed Miracles. And then you have the deck that kind of just, the flare deck. Like, there's always one out of the 4 that everybody chases for, and that was the Endless Punishment. But I think, like, even if the mechanic is shit, they're going to try to fix it for us with Commander products.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just love Miracles.
I don't know, do we want to ramble about Magic first and then go to Agatha? Because
we can.
I kind of started us on that path. It took everything in my power not to scream on me, hoy, your commander.
Oh, fuck.
Since we're getting SpongeBob!
I was going to say, I wanted to start with SpongeBob.
SpongeBob!
They announced a lot of shit in the Secret Lair SpongeBob crossover. It was probably one of the coolest things I think they announced. A lot of people are going to hate it. You're going to hear the outcry of hatred in its full force while it sells off the fucking shelves.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be a thing that people are happy about, but it's going to be perceived as people aren't. Just like
there's gonna be like a lot of things, a small minority who are very, very vocal about it.
So through some of the things they announced, and I've seen some direct changes that Wizards is making based on what people have been complaining about. They are releasing one less set. I think it's either 1 or 2 less sets next year than what they normally are. They moved 1 full set to the next year's release, and then they dropped a Universes Beyond set. Like, it's only 2 next year instead of 3. Because this year it was 3, right?
It was
we went
Fallout,
over this the last time.
Fallout, Assassin's Creed,
Lord of the Rings. No, Lord of the Rings was last year. We did this. Yeah, it's only those 2. We went through this last time. It's only those 2.
Okay. Either way, they're doing Spider-Man and
SpongeBob.
unannounced. That's a secret layer.
That's what you said.
They're doing Final Fantasy and Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm fucking being retarded.
Okay, so
yeah,
but they have an unannounced one, so there is a third one. But they did drop one full product release off the schedule next year.
So it looks like Innistrad Remastered.
Yeah,
that is the first set next year, and it hits in January.
Yeah.
It's just going to be Ravnica Remastered.
But with Innistrad. It's
and
reprints
then,
of everything. That's
and new art.
Aether Drift comes out like 2 weeks later.
That's because that's going to be a real set.
Okay, and the other one's just reprints.
It's just like how Ravnica Remastered launched, and then right after was
Murders at Karlov.
That'll be happening basically the week of MagicCon Chicago.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, MagicCon Chicago is the
So
22nd.
yeah, so and then they're skipping all of March, and then Tarkir doesn't come out until April,
which is gonna be crazy.
So
they spoil a lot of cards for these, but no.
Yeah, some of them they spoil.
They've knocked off a release, which everybody's been saying product fatigue's a bad thing. Then they brought back MSRP because everybody said it was a bad thing. They took it away. And like they've been going over all these things that everybody's been saying bad is good, but if you read the comments and get on social media, people are still fucking complaining that there's too much of this, and it's like you guys didn't even you're not watching any of the panels, you're not watching any of the releases.
I'm so happy that we're getting MSRP back because I'm so tired of seeing the secondary market with sealed product fluctuate so hard where people can get it for, I'm making up numbers, but $70 a booster box. Then people like that are like, I get it at 90 or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Like people are getting it at such a mass difference that it's causing such an unfair advantage for shops.
And that MSRP means that the suppliers can't ramp up their prices either. Yeah. Because there has to be it's an MSRP. That means your customers have to make fucking money, so you can't jack it up when they price it as the MSRP.
Now, I've not had that experience. The two distributors that I use for the store are pretty even keel, keep the stuff where they're supposed to keep it. It's a fair price. The thing I don't like as a store owner, I will tell you this, the MSRP is good. The one I didn't like was the MSRP for packs, individual packs, especially because they made it $5.25, which is an odd number.
Right.
I would almost rather them just lower the price of the box that the distribution is selling and make them $4.99. It's a lot easier to sell something, not easier, but $5.25 is a weird number because then you're charging people after tax it's $5.38, and it's just an odd number. Why would you make me do that to people?
Right.
When you can just keep it even. Either $5.99 or $4.99.
I never understood that,
and I don't understand $5.25. But I'm fine with the MSRP because, the funny part is I always thought I kept them at a good price anyway, and I knew that other people were selling them for outrageous prices. It made me more attractive to people because they would come by for me because I wasn't taking them completely out of bounds.
Yeah, commander decks. Motherfucking all 4 commander decks released together, they need to all 4 be the same fucking price.
Right.
And shops that are not following that, for shame. And there's it's not
I was gonna say
not to call anyone out, but it's every shop I go to.
Knicks. Yeah. I will shout one out, which would be Moonshot.
Moonshot's pretty cool.
Well, I bought the Fallout decks. Depending on which one you buy, some of them are $100, some of them are $20. They are all $40. They are all MSRP at Moonshot. What they released at.
And that's that thing.
Besides that is the only other shop I fucking know of that will do that.
They give good credit on trades too.
Like Walmart doesn't even have them at a generous.
Well, because they took away MSRP, Walmart decided they could go secondary market prices, and it's fucked everybody.
I think
I'm so sick and tired of paying $60 for a fucking bundle from Walmart when you run out of them.
Yeah. I think also those corporations are tired of dealing with the prices being weird. Like, they're used to uniformity, so like they want an MSRP, even if it means they're making a smaller profit percentage, because it streamlines the whole entire fucking process.
Right.
Yeah. That saves them money. So by them not having to dilly-dally around and make a bunch of guesswork on paying attention to the fucking market for pricing, making sure the people who stock the shelves price it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just better all around.
Yeah, I think having an MSRP is definitely going to be helpful. I was glad to see that. I'm happy to see it. And it starts with foundations right off the bat.
Yeah. In like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right when we get back from Vegas.
Yeah.
Literally the day after we get back from Vegas.
I'm getting a collector booster. A collector booster, a play booster. I only ordered one of each because I knew it's all reprints, right?
No.
Oh, I thought it was
it's
all
crazy
reprints.
Shit. You might have to try to restock on some of that.
You'll want to restock.
If you get more,
I'm getting 4 bundles.
Don't be afraid of any scarcity, because it's a set that's going to be legal for the next
minimum
5
years.
Okay.
So it's going to hit a second printing. It's going to always be available.
It's going to be one of those sets.
It's nothing to spend big money on, and we can wait patiently and be fine.
Yeah, and it's also one of those sets that, like, it's going to be one of those sets that every store is going to have. Like, it's going to be that like, that's what they were wanting foundations to be. It's what the core set used to be. You could walk in and go, I at least know they have the core set. Now it's going to be, I at least know they have foundations.
Yeah.
Do they have still Ixalan packs or Murders packs or Bloomborough packs? That's up in the air. But foundations is the foundation of the Magic format now.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's also, you'll theoretically, unless for some reason a card breaks out of nowhere, there will never be a scarcity probably for you to reorder like more product. And then also... They'll probably hit a point where it'll be like stale of no one buying them after a little bit, but then over time people are going to keep buying those packs.
Okay.
It'd be like Modern Horizons and stuff like
that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I am getting 4 bundles though.
Nice.
I was going to say, I'll be buying a bunch. Bundles have became my new thing because I like the dice.
Storage and dice.
The storage dice and the fact that you almost get extra. I mean, it's nice. You get extra packs.
Feels luckier.
Yeah, I think they load the packs too.
I honestly believe that because every time I've opened a bundle, normally I'll buy, like if I buy a booster box worth of packs, you know that there's anywhere between, I don't know the actual numbers anymore, but it used to be 3 to 5 mythics. Out of the 9 or 10 packs you get in a bundle, I've pulled 6 fucking mythics before.
Right. Yeah. I think they load. I definitely think they load the packs. I do have a couple of people that come in and buy only bundles because, you just do the math and it's cheaper to buy the bundle. Plus,
if you price them fairly.
If you price them fairly,
a lot of fucking
if you price them fairly,
you're getting essentially a pack for free, dice,
and a storage container,
and you're getting 40 lands, half full art, half normal art.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're also getting and as much as everyone's like, I don't need all these fucking lands. You know how many times I'm building a deck and I'm like, wait, where did all my islands go? I don't have a fucking island anywhere.
Yeah, I love trying to see if I can. Can I get all fucking Outlaws lands in this one?
That's what I did with
all of
my Assassin's deck. Is all Assassin's Creeds.
I'm going to change subject on you guys because this popped into my head and I've been meaning to tell you guys and I forgot. I am getting in the next couple of weeks. My
Fallout figures.
My comic book order. Marvel is doing special covers. So like next month's Captain America is actually Captain Jonesy from Fortnite.
They're doing Fortnite covers.
Wolverine is Pilverine.
So yes, I need that.
Did you buy enough for each of us?
I bought plenty of each one. Actually, I think I bought one for each of you guys. I made sure that I had one for each of you.
Make sure Fletcher.
And I made sure that I had one for Fletcher and Waylon. So probably not each of them, but I fit at least one. But yeah, they're doing...
I'm not even reading all those series, but I will own all those comics.
They're doing Peelverine, Captain Jonesy, Meowscletooth, and there was another one. Ghost Rider as the fish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing special Fortnite covers for all those.
That's awesome.
So I ordered at least I'll go back in and look, but I'm pretty sure I ordered plenty of each one. But yeah, I thought that was cool because I'm scrolling through and I'm like, is that Peelverine? And then I clicked on it and it was like,
wait, is
Wolverine
it normal
Fortnite cover.
suit, X-Force suit, or brown suit?
I think it's the yellow and blue suit. Yeah, I think it's the yellow and blue suit.
I'm a brown suit fanboy through and through. Like, it doesn't matter. And yeah, it doesn't matter. There's no brown suit Lego yet. That pisses me off.
Yeah.
Absolute doom.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'll try to remember to put pictures for you guys.
They gave him adamantium claws instead of his dehydrated banana slices. I don't know if you...
Yeah, that's the Ghost Rider, but it's fish.
It's the fish guy.
No, that's Burger.
Oh, it's Burger. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's Der Burger.
And they're all for absolute doom.
Yeah.
Meow schools. So there's a whole run of those we need.
And then and then there's...
There it is.
Oh, yeah, Captain Jonesy.
I'm buying all 4 of them.
Yeah, stack them up.
Yeah, so...
Which it looked like, I don't know if you saw that.
I definitely want them. Because
no, that's just someone did a hand drawing.
A lot of times,
like a Scotty Young cover.
I buy my comics based off of what's going on.
Do you see the box behind me? That is all Scotty Young covers.
It's like...
I buy mine purely based on covers.
Yeah, he does Scotty Young covers. Sometimes doesn't even read the books. Just wants.
This whole box is all series that I'm not reading that are just Scotty Young. All my series that have Scotty Young covers, they're integrated with their series. I think there's 22 that are just individual
nice
covers I own.
Nice. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Rando Wolverines everywhere. Completely out of order. There's chunks of some in order, and it's just like...
Just because of the cover.
Yeah.
Man, the covers are... Sometimes they just have really cool covers. But yeah, I wanted to remember to tell you guys. Sorry to sidetrack, but I was like...
Oh, no, that's funny.
Like, yeah, the Fortnite covers. I knew they were coming.
How long have we been running? Not very long.
Only like 17 minutes.
Mike's good to go.
Mike's good to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to go back to Magic? We're on Marvel. I was gonna say from the Secret Lair. Like
did you watch Profs? Profs.
I did. I liked some of it, but I know with Captain America, I can just rebuild so fucking quickly and easily. I'm gonna dismantle my Boros deck and redo it again, which I just did for Duskmourn. Took it apart, rebuilt it for Duskmourn and shit. So I found a fun interaction that I want to do with the Storm deck. If you use Roaming Throne and make Roaming Throne a mutant, instead of it just getting Storm, it gets Storm. So whatever you copy now copies twice. Now it storms twice is what I should say. Which I want to build that deck not to even be mean. I don't even want to build that many burn spells to storm off with. I want to do dumb shit like cultivate for 12. Like have a storm count of 12 to cultivate on. Dumb shit like that. No. Storm count a Scoot Swarm. There we go. Like hit fucking, you just made 5 copies of Scoot Swarm, and then you're gonna play your land for. Yeah, I'm telling you, I just want to do dumb shit like that with that deck. So speaking of dumb shit, I know how I'm gonna build Wolverine. I don't know exactly what all cards are going full into it, but the base is gonna be the Wolverine Secret Lair and the Not a Wolf Secret Lair, because he lived with wolves. So it's gonna be Wolverine with a wolf sub-theme behind it. Just because, like, there was one artwork from the thing that had a wolf on it. So I'm just gonna go wide with wolves and Wolverine and double his fucking, like, it's just gonna be a fucking we're getting attacked kind of deck. Like, but yeah, just gruel fucking wolves, man.
I just so badly.
Werewolf is such
I so badly.
mechanic. I hate
I'm gonna
it.
have it in there.
Don't
just
even
one of them.
I don't even want to
Maybe
build
two.
one that has anything to do with a mechanic. I just want every single card that I play to have to be a Universes Beyond.
Well,
Like, not a Universes Beyond, like a character based, like, I just take all the Marvel and the Stranger Things and the Doctors and the Transformers and just wedge them all in together.
You just
in a
want a
deck.
pop culture.
I just want a pop culture deck.
There better be.
Just
Because-
and it's random as shit. Nothing even plays with each other. I just want to have fun playing the cards.
So depending on how Marvel shakes out, I'm a little disappointed with Spider-Man being next. I felt like it should have been a wider spread of shit. Like, just Spider-Man should have been towards the end of their releases.
I don't like. Yeah,
I need a 5-color fucking Avengers deck,
I was
so
just,
that way I can play the Avengers team, and it's like, oh yeah, you got this Cap in here, and the only item in the whole deck is maybe his shield and Mjolnir. So, like, the only way to make this motherfucker work is to find those cards out of the commander deck. But then I also got Iron Man and his shit, and like, I want them all to be in there, and then like, it's just a deck that plays like, hopefully I get the pieces in the right order.
well, and that's how this would kind of,
Yeah.
I guess, play. I mean, if
Yeah.
you got the Transformers, and if you're able to pull multiple Transformers, then obviously they're going to work off each other. And then if you've got the Stranger Thing cards over here, like if you play a couple of the Stranger Things creatures, like the kids or something, then you got to find the other cards that go with them to be able to play with them. So it's kind of like that,
Yeah.
where you're kind of searching for whatever you need to
to
play with. But I just,
100% Marvel deck.
but yeah,
my only thing is I was really hoping we'd cast a wider net.
I
know I keep harping on it, but like my thing, Moon Knight, or like any of the other guys, like anybody besides Spider-Man. Like, I get Spider-Man's such a huge pop culture thing, but as a nerd who goes to the comic book shop every week, I see enough fucking Spider-Man comics. We have like 7 runs going at all fucking times.
and that's what sucks is.
But are they going to give us like 18 fucking Spider-Man? Think of Into the Spider-Verse. We're going to get a bunch of different Spider-Man.
Right.
And
Right.
Spider-Pig better fucking be in there.
See, and I'm really hoping, because since it's a set, we'll get Commander decks. I want a symbiote deck where not only we get Venom, Carnage, but they actually show us and like give us more of the symbiotes that are
Ooh.
actually there.
Okay.
Because,
so,
I mean, out of all the symbiotes, I don't know how much you know, Venom is one of the first symbiotes of ever, like, in existence. And the way the symbiotes work is every time they reproduce, they get stronger. Which technically means, even though for some reason he's the main character, Venom is one of the weakest symbiotes that there is. And so far, he's the only one with Carnage who gets any kind of pop culture anything.
Oh, yeah, because he was the first. But yeah, you would think that they would have to do like a commander deck called Web Slingers, and then a commander deck called Symbiotes.
like, think
and
of
then
Doctor Who, where they had multiple doctors.
And then,
so you're going to have one with multiple Spideys, multiple villains, and then probably
multiple
specialized deck.
Yeah, I'm thinking symbiotes and then villains. I don't know where you put the fourth one. I don't know if maybe you do. I don't know if you do.
I bet you they
Spider-Man
go
and-
mono black Venom deck.
You
There
think?
probably
I
will
bet
be
you
a mono black
as
Venom.
far as symbiotes go, I feel
You
like
don't think they're
that's
gonna put them together?
nope. I feel like they would.
You're
only
probably
put Venom
correct.
in there, and then you're gonna get like
Or they might do.
it's gonna be maybe Orzhov white black, where you're fucking gaining life from eating motherfuckers, and then
Could
you got
be.
your Inklings
Do you think?
and your
Do you think that
Stink
that?
Shield in there? To
And I could
looking
see
like-
that. I could see it being a Venom deck because Venom is a main character. Your Web Slinger deck, so Spider-Man and all the other Spideys from the multiverse.
different
And with
Spideys.
enemies, that's where you get Carnage and the other.
I don't even think they'd put another symbiote in. It would be
I
you got
yeah.
Electro, man. Electro's dope. You
I don't
got
know, man.
fucking-
Yeah, the villain, and the thing with and I think what you run into, unlike Doctor Who, where you could kind of throw them all together, Spider-Man, you run into the same thing you run with Batman, and that is the villain. The rogues gallery of villains is just so. You got Doc Ock and Green Goblin and Hobgoblin and technically Venom and Carnage, and you've got, I mean, it's just Craven, Kingpin, like those are all
Mysterio.
Mysterio, Electro.
I don't see them doing many symbiotes though. Like I could just see.
You just think they're just gonna do Venom?
Like I'll tell you now. I'll be disappointed and call it a fail if there's not a Carnage.
In the set, but as far as like Commander products go.
Well, I'm saying even in a command. I'm not saying as a Commander, but even in the deck, having with the villain, like to me, it's just gonna be a flavor
I think
fail.
Color identity is where, like. He would be in a set, but he couldn't be in a Commander product because his color identity conflicts with what potentially would be the other symbiotes. Because the other symbiotes are almost like, here's a perfect example of color pie interaction.
Well, that's why I said put him in the villain.
Do you think
put him as a general in the general villain deck? If we're thinking that's one.
I would think that if you're gonna have Venom, Carnage has to have some. Do you think they'll come out with some sort of mechanic where it's almost like
they would reuse
like your
Death of the Venomverse, where they're all mutating and combining with each other?
No, I was thinking that like you can jump. Like
no, it'll be mutate.
You can take over.
It'll just be the mutate command
where you
mechanic,
or it'll be devour. It could be both, because
mutate. They could. The fucking cards could have both on them, so that way you could be like, all right, I'm gonna mutate onto this, under this,
right?
Or you know what? I'm just gonna eat the motherfucker.
Yeah. Right. That would make sense
and
to
then,
me. But Carnage would have to be in that because Carnage is gonna have the same ability.
Yeah,
or close to it.
You can't cram everything in, and I think there's always gonna only be room for one symbiote. Because you have to give such a spread. Like, I'm not saying they wouldn't have Carnage as a card.
Right.
I'm just saying it's one single fucking card. Most likely he'd be one card, and it's just a set card. So you got some cool in Rakdos.
Right.
I really, like, in Rakdos makes sense, but I would really like him to be mono red and just be something, like, I don't want him to be I don't want him to be a good card. I want him to be purely a chaos card. Yeah. Carnage is chaos. I want him to only fit in chaos decks. Where it's like, I'm going to play Carnage. As the name intends, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen out of this. Let's see, guys.
Yeah. But you know that some other, like the heroes are going to have multiple versions.
Yeah.
But I don't ever see the villains having multiple versions except niche ones that essentially level up when we know it.
I was going to say, I could see them doing it, like, depending on how the Marvel sets go.
Yeah. Doom can definitely have more.
You could also do multiple of Thanos. You could do Thanos before the fist, Thanos after he has the fist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or with the gauntlet.
Actually, I would think you'd have to have Thanos and then the gauntlet's its own card.
Well, yeah, but
I was saying, if they print multiple Thanoses, you could do a Thanos that isn't super powerful and like an uncommon level. That is just him on the Thanos on Conquest.
You could print a Thanos where, like,
once he gets his gauntlet,
if he's equipped with the gauntlet, kind of like the cookbook.
Okay, what superhero are you guys hoping is in there? We know Levi's is Moon Knight.
I was gonna say I've repeated it over and over again,
but I want to make this a specific question.
Yeah.
Which hero do you think will, like, which one do you want to be in there, but you know unequivocally they're not going to fucking pick?
That's honestly a pretty good one.
You know, that background dude that, like, you just fucking love him, but he's not big enough in anything to be there?
Does it have to be an actual superhero?
I was going to say, do I have to love him? Because I was going to go could we go with the Mandarin from, like, Iron Man? Like
the fake Mandarin or the real Mandarin?
either. I mean, he's never been a big fucking deal. Like, oh yeah, he was in Shang-Chi. The movie wasn't fucking
But you
good.
would like to see him still.
I would like to see him, yes. I would like to see that villain just because it's not a villain we got to experience very much of.
We've got another Shang-Chi movie coming.
Oh, I guess that is true. We do have Shang-Chi too.
But no, like that's still a good poll.
I would love if they had some sort of mechanic. They have companion mechanics.
Another hated one by Mark Rosewater.
The companions.
I love it.
I would love
I only used it in one day.
For there to be a companion to Scott Lang or Ant-Man of the guy that drives the van that tells the terrible stories.
His fucking coworker, his security guy.
So you guys gotta check this, right?
Yeah, that guy. I would love if there was a companion.
Check this out, guys.
Yeah.
Going, and then we were real super small. And we were driving in this car, and we're next to big cars, right?
So then my sister, she goes, "No, there ain't no way you can do that." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, hold on.
Just watch this."
I love that guy.
I would love for there to be a companion card of him that goes with Scott Lang. That would be funny. I know they won't make one. But, like, he's a secondary character that I would love to see that I know we're not going to see.
It doesn't even have to be a secondary character because I think there are main superheroes that won't make the cut.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and,
for sure.
Scott Lang's almost one of them.
Scott Lang.
Well, not Scott Lang, Hank Pym.
Hank Pym.
It would be Hank Pym's Ant-Man that made it in.
I think Scott Lang's Ant-Man goes in and not... not Hank Pym. I think it's Paul Rudd
card.
I think it's a Paul Rudd card.
I would like to see.
I will go on a mission to find Paul Rudd.
Do you think that do you think that the cards that are on there are Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, or they're not?
No, they've already said it's all comics. It's all about the comics. It's got nothing to do with the movies.
I was going to say, there's very few, like, he doesn't look identical, but they could get away with trying to do a Robert Downey Jr. on an Iron Man because Iron Man looks like Robert Downey.
Arguably, comics from the fucking 60s look like Robert Downey Jr.
So my character wouldn't even
also be one of the only ones because they always make the joke of in the comics of him looking like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And that was even before the movies came out.
So my character wouldn't even count because if they're not doing MCU, then, if they're just doing comics.
So
I don't think he's
I was going to say mine wouldn't count then either because I said the Mandarin from
MCU. I can't even think of a good example.
I can tell you right now, and
I want a Molecule Man.
I don't know
there you go.
I don't know if we get a Molecule Man.
Yeah,
and he's a vital part to do.
I don't think you get Spider-Gwen.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't
knock shit off the wall.
I don't think you get a Spider-Gwen.
Not a web slinger deck though.
I don't think so. I think you.
I don't know.
I think you get a Gwen Stacy, but I don't think you get a Spider-Gwen.
I would go the other way.
No, I bet because you're already overloaded with legendary creatures, you keep her normal. So I bet no Spider-Gwen, you just get Gwen Stacy.
I could see them making that.
Because I don't think that they'll make... I think Norman Osborn is your Green Goblin, not the Sun.
Yeah.
Well, he's Hobgoblin. He's Knobgoblin.
Yeah, he's Knobgoblin. He is Knobgoblin.
Hop on the knob.
What Spider-Man villain do you think that we don't get? Or do you think that they try to cram them all in there?
I don't see them doing it.
Scorpion.
Oh, that was a good one.
Scorpion is the one I bet we don't get because he's weird.
I bet we
do. The only reason I say Kingpin is besides for him being in 8/8 for 8, what the fuck else is he gonna be?
Kingpin is perfect fucking Mardu.
I mean,
Kingpin is
if you use him,
perfect mark.
I bet you don't get Vulture.
Or just straight Orzhov aristocrat.
I was gonna say if you use him as a like if they build him around sacrificing pawns, like just making grunts and sacrificing them, yeah.
Kingpin would be a great politician card.
Yeah. Whenever an opponent
or a tax collecting
I see
card.
I see what you're saying.
Whenever an opponent attacks you, you may sacrifice and then redirect some damage or something. Keep them in white, keep them in black. If you got to get red in there, that's cool.
I bet you don't get. I bet we don't get Vulture.
Probably.
I don't know, man. Nothing's gonna have flying in Spider-Man if Vulture's not in there.
Well,
but would they all have reach?
No.
Doc Ock would.
How would they not have reach with the web slinging? The fact they can just fling through the fucking air.
Doc Ock would.
Motherfuckers in New Capenna got guns and
Mysterio. I bet Mysterio.
Motherfuckers in Outlaws got guns and they ain't got reach.
Doc Ock would. I would think would have to have reach with his
Captain
things.
America throws his shield. Can he? Well, he can throw it at.
You can throw it at anything he wants.
Yeah. It's
the other one is, and I just had it. So there was Doc Ock.
Spiders do have reach famously in green, though.
Yeah. I think he'll have reach.
Does that mean that while okay, so we see Black Panther as Selesnya. Do you think Spider-Man will be Simic?
I don't know what that means.
Green blue. I bet you he's green blue.
I mean, it makes sense.
But his stun counters like web slinging.
Yeah, the web sling would be stun counters for the blue, green for reach /
green
just
ramp reach.
Yeah,
motherfucking
fat because
wouldn't you want him red and blue?
Or Bant. He could be Bant.
That doesn't
because he would.
That fits his suit color, yes, but just like
the identity of the colors themselves. That's like a wizard. Like Doctor Strange is going to be red blue.
Yes,
and maybe he could.
I was going to say, because also with that thought process, Tony Stark, Iron Man should be white-red, and he's blue-red.
No.
The Wolverine should be white-red because he's Canadian.
What about
Boros? I mean, he.
What about what about Mysterio and his
Sultai
and his like his ability to be able to like his magic stuff?
I'd get
green, black. Yeah, because he's got an evil touch to him, so that was my foot squeak.
Oh, I was like, it sounded from behind me, that's why I was like, what the fuck?
It's a large rat.
Yeah. But I bet he has some kind of ability to make copies of himself that aren't legendary.
That would make sense.
Gotta be in blue with copies.
Yeah.
It would make he would he would go really well in my Morska deck, probably.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would probably go really well in that.
Nah, because motherfuckers don't want nobody investigating around him, figuring out he's a hack.
Yeah, but
he's a fraud. He's a techno fraud.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, to go back to the original question, I don't think we get Spider-Gwen. Do you think that you gotta have your creatures that aren't legendary? So those are probably easy, like Aunt May and Gwen Stacy and Gwen Stacy's dad and J. Jonah Jameson.
Pony. Oh, I guess Lord of the Rings.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh my God! If they have a J. Jonah Jameson.
Do you think they'll have something about taking like photos? Like an instant where...
Oh my God.
See, the part I'm hung up on, and like I don't disagree with it completely, but at the same time, I don't think we're also thinking about the fact we're going to get Kingpin henchmen. We're going to get... we're going to end up, like, if we're not thinking strictly on the legendaries, like you said, there's going to be a lot of filler cards. Not necessarily a lot of filler cards, but a lot of, like, henchmen...
What if you do get a Kingpin deck? What if you get a Kingpin deck Kingpin deck all to itself with tracksuit mafia tokens Like he's got a whole henchman thing.
We can actually get a real fucking clown.
Yeah,
I can't remember the guy's name.
There needs to be an instant card that is, "Hey, Spider-Man,
do a flip."
And it's like he just gets like vigilance or something.
You want to know what card I want? Do you think we get that card? Do you think we get the meme card where they're all pointing at each other?
Starting with you, each opponent makes an accusation counter on one other player. The player with the most accusation counters has to sacrifice a Spider-Man. If they can't, discard their hands.
You got, because because we're talking creatures and stuff, but they're going to have to build, like, you got to figure that,
we're going to get web shooters.
Yeah.
Sagas, man, are going to be fucking lit. I bet you there's a lot of sagas.
I wonder if Web Slinger is going to...
Sagas at artifacts. Yeah, exactly.
You think Web Slinger is going to be an artifact, like an equipment?
No.
Or do you think it's going to be a mechanic? I think it'll be
Spider-Man's web shooters.
I think it'll be equipment.
Equipped creature gains fucking Spider-Man.
Gains reach.
Gains reach and vigilance.
I could see the web shooters.
I feel like he needs to.
Like, if we're going, like, just theorizing based off people's equipment, the web shooters could be one. The Green Goblin's hoverboard could give something flying.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, that could also be one of your flying creatures would be Green Goblin or Hobgoblin.
Godspeed, Spider-Man! It's another interrupt. Destroy target creature.
Yeah.
Destroy target Green Goblin.
Also, then you get his pumpkin bombs.
I got one for you. Right. It's right there in front of us. Do we get the bully?
Beantown Bullies?
No. What's his name? The
Eddie
kid,
Brock?
the kid that picks on...
Oh, Flash.
Flash Thompson.
Flash Thompson.
Yeah, do we get Flash Thompson?
Flash was the... I don't know. I hope not.
Is he in the villain deck?
I hope not. He wouldn't be in the villain deck. He would be in the, goddamn why did they make this card Spider-Man deck?
But that's a card that you could put in the set as just like a throwaway card.
Yeah. Do you imagine drafting that and like, it's Flash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want this guy.
What if they have a just a random spider card that
do we get the spider that mutated him?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
How about a saga that is called The Tragedy of Uncle Ben?
Oh, God.
And what it is at the beginning of your upkeep, create a Uncle Ben token, and then at the end of your end step, sacrifice it. But it's that 3 times because that's how many fucking times they made us deal with it in the movies.
What if we get
Spider-Man gets a mechanic every time Uncle Ben dies?
What if we?
You gotta draw the token different every time for the different actors.
What if we get
a bowl of Uncle Ben's rice?
Buzzsaw, the wrestler that he had to fight in the WWE.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
What if we get all the characters that Bruce Campbell plays? But they just
hot dog vendor.
Yeah, they use his artwork. Like they assign a person to be like, make all of these Bruce Campbell.
That would be a secret lair.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be because it should be in the main set because then we can mix his secret lair with it, and it's just like Bruce Campbell deck. Let's go. We're just
it would be chaos.
Fuck Marvel. Next Halloween we get.
We've already had Army of Darkness.
Yeah, we need something else.
Dad can wear his "What Would Bruce Campbell Do" T-shirt.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
You got to get the car.
I don't think so.
You need the car as an artifact vehicle. Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi's car.
I thought you were going to say Uncle
Ben.
Ben.
No, it's Sam Raimi's car because he did Spider-Man movies. We need Uncle Ben's car. That was the car they drove. Yeah.
Uncle Ben's car?
Yeah. It was the car.
It was the car.
It was the car, wasn't it? I'm just thinking of when it was floating in Doctor Strange. It's already in the MCU officially.
Hey, we're going comics, not MCU.
Extended MCU. I'm just saying. Can't have Spider-Man without the MCU. There's got to be influence.
I would hope.
Yeah.
You could definitely have Spider-Man without the MCU. Spider-Man was one of the most best-selling comics without the MCU ever being a thing.
But if you're mixing it with a pop culture thing that's relevant to the time currently, you absolutely have to throw a littlest nod at it.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
I can see avoiding it with everything else.
Do we get
X-Men? Yeah.
Do they ignore, because this isn't MCU specific. This is definitely comic specific. Do they completely ignore the fact that we have Peter Parker and Miles Morales? Or do we get...
that's also in the comics.
There's Miles Morales comics, yeah.
No, that's what I mean. So, are we going to get Peter Parker Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man?
Yeah.
You think that's what we're going to do?
Yeah.
Spider-Man even 99. If they did MCU, we have Spider-Man 2099, we have Miles Morales, we have all the different ones from beyond the multiverse.
So do you think we get a Miles Morales card, or we get
I guarantee it'll be Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and it'll be signified by the suit on the art card.
And the fact that one of them is a pig in a costume.
Yeah, with your pig. With your spider pig.
Dude, there's pig pool too.
Yeah, there is pig pool.
Why are they both pigs?
So I'm gonna also take your question
there must be a pig
earlier.
Universe.
It's because the joke of the confusion between Spider-Man and Deadpool's costumes where they look the same, so they both got pig animal representations. Like it's Frog Thor. That one's never made sense to me.
Frog Thor. Well,
why a frog? Did Warner Brothers get involved?
Maybe. Singing Frog.
Yeah, that was back in the day before all Disney buying shit.
And then, who's got the dog? Doctor Strange?
Yeah. No. Hawkeye.
Hawkeye's got the dog.
And Guardians of the Galaxy. They both have dogs.
Yeah.
Different dogs.
Yeah. Lucky.
Pizza dog.
Yeah, pizza dog.
What's the other one?
What are you Googling?
Cosmo.
I'm trying to see if there's a reason behind why Thor's a frog.
Oh.
It's because he's not a different animal. Why is alligator why is Loki an alligator? Because he just looks good.
Is it something to do with...
It's a reference to Thor 363 when Loki turned him into a frog at the end of the comic. Right?
Oh, okay. Cool.
Simple and easy.
If you say so. What timing are we at?
46 minutes.
Okay. Damn it.
Do we want to talk about Agatha?
Yes.
Okay. Nice transition into Agatha. So
Lily is dead.
Yeah. My thought on this last episode
makes me want to read tarot.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that, because I thought the same thing. None of you
had a fucking tarot card?
I've never had a tarot
card.
It
makes me want to learn.
Okay, I see.
I've never had a reading.
My wife will do one for you.
Yeah, I've never had a reading.
I want to.
She understands all that shit.
Do neurotically with magic cards and put it into the meanings of all the tarot cards, so I can be like, in the middle of a reading between someone else, be like, no, you're wrong. You're interpreting that wrong. Yeah. Just be that guy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Just learn all the actual meanings.
I don't know what any of the meanings are. I've never had a tarot reading.
Like, they have definitions, but it's also, like they say in the show, it's up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could be like, every card you're gonna die.
Yeah. Even though there is a death card.
Yeah, except that one. When it gets to that one, like, oh, you're not gonna die this time.
It's death. you just pull a TV show. It's death, but reversed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's death, but someone else.
It's death, but upside down.
Yeah. You know Larry, your neighbor, 3 blocks down.
It was interesting.
I wouldn't call that a neighbor.
It was interesting. I thought in the episode, she turned out to me by the end of it to be the most compelling character that we've seen so far.
Yeah, she had a lot more going on
than what we thought we did.
Yeah.
Or thought we saw.
She was an integral part of witchcraft, so fucking deeply rooted that she aligned with the plans of the Darkhold without actually being involved directly with the Darkhold.
Yeah. And not to mention the fact that her entire journey was, quote unquote, to get her powers back.
Mike just arrived,
And I don't think she ever lost them.
No, she never did.
She never lost her powers.
So the maestro says that to her. What?
Yeah.
You lost your powers. Where did they go?
All of those witches that joined them, aside from Mrs. Hart, who was not a witch, they all were like, we lost our power. We need our power. All of them. Even Agatha said that she lost her power. As soon as someone attacked her, she was able to suck that bitch out. It means she didn't lose no power. She always had it.
Right.
That means when she went to protect her, she always had her power. They didn't finish the road.
And it was Annie that attacked her, right? I mean, she never lost Alice. She never lost her power.
Yeah. But
she never claimed she did. She just never used them.
She never claimed to really have them either. Yeah. She thought it was a bunch of hokey bullshit.
So, yeah, I definitely think that, obviously she had not lost that power. She had it happening the whole entire time. And I love how they pieced it all together with her gaps.
Yeah.
And, like, walked it through the episode.
I have been waiting for that moment for so long.
Yeah, because you knew something was going on, and you knew what was happening, kind of, sort of. But to see it all pieced together, I was like, man, that is genius.
It was the moment she said, so what is it? Am I Corky or am I whatever? Right. I remember the question being asked, and she slipped out into something else. And, like, I had been waiting so long for those to align, and they finally did before they released this episode, that I was trying to line the other shit up, and it wasn't making sense yet. And I was like, I needed this episode to be like, there it is. Here's where all these snippets fucking go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, could you imagine how disorienting it would be? I'd be like, can I just slip into one timeline where I'm smoking a fucking cigarette?
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely her going in and out and doing what she did was just, it was very well written. I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was, I don't know if it was the best one of the bunch, but it was the one I liked the most. That's for
I think
sure.
so far it's been the best episode.
But have you watched the new Rockstars yet?
No, I didn't get to watch it.
Okay, I watched it for this one, and there's a lot of that they did a lot of. There was a lot of
realization,
deep dive that they did that I didn't know that they needed to necessarily call out of it. Like they're calling some stuff out, and I'm like. So I don't know that you needed to go that deep into it, but the one interesting thing that they did, and you freshly have watched it, so if you notice, when the room flips, only 5 of the 7 sisters die.
I didn't count.
New Rockstars counted. 2 of them can fly, the cicada and the raven.
Yeah. No,
dude, that's fucking.
So the cicada's the leader of them.
So he's like, he stopped it and like counted, and he's like, don't forget that the cicada and the raven, like they can turn into those and fly away.
Do you think, with Jen, do you think she'll die in the next episode, and then it'll be down to 2 and 2? 2 of the 7, and I think Agatha and fucking Billy. And then I bet you get Tommy at the end of the episode, and there's no fucking time with him at all.
No.
And it's going to be, hey, I'm here.
We won't get time with Tommy and, like, Billy Foley being Billy outside of the road until probably the Vision show, if not after.
I think that episode, we get 8 and 9 back-to-back next week.
Next week they are releasing same day, same
I think
time.
that 8 is Jen and the 2 sisters. I think the remaining 2 sisters. Yeah. Because I think the end of 9 is Billy and Wanda versus Death.
So that would be cool. I am hoping that what happens in these last 2 episodes gives people a reason to trust Agatha as being a supporting character and a redemption moment for Wanda as well.
I haven't
figured out how that hashes out through all of this shit. But I feel like Wanda gets a redemption moment. I feel like Agatha's going to go to the traditional role from the comics. Like, she's going to, like, I've been with your family through some fucking shit. we're gonna be friends. I'm gonna straighten up after all the heartbreak.
I think,
and and then they just fight death.
I think Agatha falls on the sword to end up saving Billy and Tommy.
And Death finally has to claim her.
Yeah.
Death finally has to claim her love.
I think she falls on the sword to save Billy and Tommy, and that whole interaction or something gives us some sort of glimpse of, we don't see her, but gives us some sort of glimpse in probably a post-credit scene that awakens Wanda.
I still think there's some kind of magic or contract that keeps Death from being able to actually kill her. That anytime they fight, even though she was like, "Oh, wait till I get my magic back," it was more of a, "Oh, you know you can't technically kill me. You just come here and rough me up, and then you know that it's not going to work because of the agreement."
Right. I did think...
I was going to say, I don't think we're getting a fight with Death.
I think it was a three-way deal with Death,
Agatha,
Mephisto, and Agatha for the Darkhold. Like,
I think
you give her this.
I think
give
we
you that.
definitely get a Death Agatha brawl.
I could see a brawl.
End of this next one.
I could see a light brawl. There is no way they cannot bring Death into this and then try to even make it so Death is anywhere weaker than anybody.
No, I think Death kills Agatha because I think that Death is going to continue.
I don't think Agatha dies.
I think Death is also the big bad in the Vision show.
No, I think Death is going to become passive. She's going to get all of her bodies, and the end result would be more of an aid than anything. I bet you she gets Tommy. I bet you she's the one that hands Tommy over. Timmy, whatever.
Tommy.
Okay, because
Toby.
Because
Toby.
I just don't.
Lily is. It was she knew she was dying on this trip because she knew that's how her life, like,
correct,
she's a
correct.
future teller, right?
Correct. And
so she knew. Miss Hart was probably just a bonus. I think the bodies that Death is actually after Rio, and I get my bodies. I think she finally wanted the Salem 7 dead. I think that's part of the list of bodies. Look, Lily is due to die. I want my I want the Salem 7. These bitches have been avoiding me for years. And look how they look. They've clearly not been fucking avoiding death the proper ways. Like,
right.
They're not all fucking pretty like Agatha and like all.
So you think that she is literally only going to be dead?
I think she is the fucking devil on a shoulder. Like, just, haha, I'm here causing trouble the whole way. Like, dialogue and
I really think, unlike the comic,
she's like, "You got me what I needed. Here's the fucking boy."
I really think, unlike the comic books, you cannot mess around with the entity of death in MCU. And, like, I just think it's going to get really confusing, because what if they decide to play with the storyline? Because Death has died in the comics before. What if they decide to play with that? Now the MCU is going to get all sorts of fucked up, and no one's going to understand it. So I think they have to be very careful about what they do with Death, and she was only to be here for a storytelling purpose of this show.
I think you're right, and I think they'll end her with a story resolve between her and Agatha, where they're okay with each other and there's no more fucking chasing each other for death. Tommy comes back. The other witches were due to die, and they had evaded fucking too long. I think they're just casualties along the storyline.
What if Jen is also like the 7, avoiding death in a different way, and that's why she makes her beauty line? Like, that's her whole ordeal with the beauty line.
She's like, I lost my powers, and it's like, what the fuck do you mean? You've been running this business.
Yeah, but
no, you're right. It's time to
It's time to go.
It's time to go, and it was like,
because death is a vengeful bitch.
I just see that resolve as being more.
I could see her
arc resolution.
Yeah, I could see her popping up for comic relief or like little cameos here and there. Like if say we do have to go get someone from the equivalent of hell and they don't want to use Mephisto, all right, you have Death as our, like, conversation.
The next time we see Deadpool, imagine him
and Rio
and Aubrey Plaza together, just
that is a whole storyline. He marries Death.
Oh fuck, dude.
Deadpool marries Death in the comics.
Yeah. Well,
and so does Thanos.
She marries Thanos. That I just got done reading that interaction because the mercenary Deadpool is depicted having a humorous exchange with the entity in Deadpool Annual. He becomes infatuated with Death after having a number of near-death experiences. During the funeral for a freak storyline, Death appears to reciprocate the feeling, and jealous Thanos prevents Deadpool from dying. But yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So
I could see her popping up as a side character for shit like that, but.
So, and here's, because the MCU takes liberties with everything they do. So, what if instead of being Thanos' love interest, she's Dr. Doom's?
That'd be dope.
I could see that.
I mean, what if they depict
Give me
that
a villainous Deadpool where since Vanessa's dead, he goes on a murderous rampage for Death?
Yeah, I don't think you can't turn Ryan Reynolds bad, but
I know.
But
it'd be fun though.
The one you could definitely do is change that Thanos storyline, and manipulate it to where instead of Thanos and Death taking over, it's Doom using Death, or even like a makeshift where Doom uses Scarlet Witch. Instead of using Scarlet Witch, he uses Death. Like, I could see that playing out where, because at some point
he manipulates Death.
He's got to manipulate Death. And here's the thing: is Death.
Death is one of the ones that created the Infinity Stones.
Well, and is Death above the multiverse?
Yes.
So Death is there's one.
There is one Death.
Just like the Living Tribunal.
So she travels between multiverses.
So she could, in fact, in a different universe, grab Dr. Doom.
She could be our vessel for Dr. Doom, but I doubt they do it that way. I really hope they don't.
Not a vessel, but I'm saying like she could be in the universe that Dr. Doom's in because there's only one.
Okay.
Like she could travel to that.
Yes.
She could see Dr. Doom. She could see Dr. Doom. Like she could take an interest because Doom is starting to gain momentum. And then she goes to Doom and then they forge this path together. Because he is like trying to take over multiverses and create battle world, and all she sees is bodies.
And then the homie Loki's just gonna be like,
yeah. So and then you have
whoa there, you're gonna simmer down now.
So, but yeah, I could definitely see that where she's like, oh my god, this is the guy I need, because Doom is getting ready to puppeteer this whole Secret Wars battle world type thing, and he's manipulating the things I need him to do, and he's going to give me a body count, and she forges this relationship with Doom. I could definitely see that, because I don't think you just have Aubrey Plaza for just 9 episodes. I think if you're going to sign her to be something, she's got to be something.
She's a little too prolific to just be.
Yeah, you got to have something.
I agree with that.
Because there's a reason they didn't cover her whole entire face with the lady
girl
Death
from fucking Thor, and she was in WandaVision.
Oh,
was it?
The girl from Two Broke Girls. Kat Denning.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I thought that was her name, but I didn't want to sound like an idiot.
Kat Denning. She was wasted. Her boobs were wasted on just that little bit of parts that she had.
Goddamn, Dad.
What? I mean, man.
She got a figure.
She does.
I'm not disagreeing, but
it's a little misogynistic.
I'm saying putting it as her boobs were wasted.
They were. I mean, they're part of her body.
They're not wasted.
They're not.
We get them other places. Her dialogue is what we look for.
Her dialogue's fantastic, and I'm hoping that is her dialogue written for her.
It's like dialogue just plopped right on top of some movies.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I will not disagree with that.
Yeah. Yeah,
probably too much. Sorry.
I really hope that's her personality.
But no, like that's what I mean though. Like a background character that's so fantastic. They literally pulled her ass out of Thor anything to bring her directly into something completely unfucking related to any of the gods.
Yeah.
I mean, like
WandaVision,
yeah, so like
just so she could be.
Why the fuck aren't we getting Homeboy from Ant-Man in like everything?
Oh man,
dude, I would love him
to just have him.
What is his name? Hector?
Oh no, that's racist.
I think it is Hector.
I think it is Hector.
It's Luis.
Oh, is it? Both those sound like they're right.
Hector Navarro.
Damn it.
Or maybe not. It's Michael Pena.
Luis. Hold on, go back.
Yeah,
Luis is storytelling.
So it is Luis.
Yes!
Yeah, you were right.
I'm the least racist.
I'm the least racist. This is him telling that story about the
Yeah.
I mean, I would love. Who's the Hispanic guy from Ant-Man? That is Pena. Stars as Chavez.
That guy beat us.
Oh, that's in something else. But yeah, what happened to Luis and Ant-Man? By 2018, Luis and his colleagues dropped their criminal careers and started a company called Ex-Con Security Consultants.
That's Ant-Man 1.
Yeah. Yeah. That was Ant-Man 2, wasn't it?
No, Ant-Man 1's where they start the... No, you're...
That's Ant-Man 2.
Yeah, because Ant-Man 1's where he's breaking into into Hank Pym's house.
Alright.
Yeah. That's funny.
We're ready to end this bad
Damn,
boy.
homie, she dumped you while you were locked up?
I'm going to have to watch that fucking bit
Luis
now.
was arrested by stealing 2 smoothie machines and was sentenced to San Quentin State Prison. That's funny. Man. So anyway, yeah. Sorry, I'm going down a Luis rabbit hole.
In this can.
All right, cool. So this has been our Agatha All Along kind of mumble jumble.
They checked all the boxes. They told us everything we knew we were going to know.
Yeah, they really did. And I'm excited for the next 2 episodes. They'll be fantastic. We also went at length about magic and Spider-Man.
I was going to say, you're calling this the Agatha episode. We spent 20 minutes out of an hour and 6.
Yeah, I would have liked to touch a little more on Agatha, but I think we can wait and get it all full circle.
Yeah. Next week.
Next week is going to be insane. So hopefully, eventually, you'll catch up on Penguin, so we can all converse.
I don't know.
I've
kind of enjoyed listening to you guys talk about it. It's been nice.
The last episode was
this is completely different.
The last episode was just as good.
There's no more Falcons.
Yeah.
They're all dead?
Yeah.
They're all, and she changed the family name.
Yeah.
They're Giovanni's.
Yeah.
Because that was her mother's maiden name.
I'm going to Giovanni P here.
So, this has been this week's episode of Pints and Pages. I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And we will see you next time.